It's important to realise you don't have to reinvent the wheel, just do it better.
Today we're lucky enough to talk to New Zealand's most active angel investment group, the Flying Kiwi Angels. Real stories, real implementation, real tactics that have worked for these entrepreneurs. Introducing Rudy Bublitz, Tim Galston and Uli Wille. You're going to learn from people who've been there, done that, and they're going to share the process of how you can implement it in your business.
New Zealanders are very good at creating and inventing, and their innovation is second to none anywhere in the world. What comes next is probably the biggest part. Instead of just making something and getting it ready for market, it's what you're going to do in that market, the right channel, the right funding, understanding what needs to happen to get it to the customer. One of the big things we see, everyone wants to jump overseas, and America's the big market. Well, it's a lot cheaper, easier, and to keep under the radar and possibly test, validate and get your business in order in your backyard in order first here. Then Australia's 5 times that market, then America, then there's Europe, all around the place.
All too often we find founders are solo founders that are too precious about their idea, don't want to tell anybody because it's too good to be true, and that they do not understand that they need a team to be successful in the long run. For us as investors, it's much more attractive to have a strong, solid team to invest in. And again, these messages are much easier to take when you're at the beginning of the journey rather than thinking of bringing in co-founders a year or 2 years down the track. So the sooner we can instill that and get that message through to them, the easier it is for them to implement that and act upon it.
It's about the people too. How can you scale? Because you need people. And you need people that are very focused and on the same page.
There's this saying, you don't hire the people for their know-how or expertise, it's about the attitude. Do the people share your values? Are you all moving into the same direction?
It takes sometimes more than one pitch or a couple of goes to refine your own thinking and understand the market and what you're actually trying to create.
People will not write a check after a pitch. Okay, that doesn't happen. They will do due diligence. So you need to sell a story and a picture that will want them to engage.
You have to be clear about the product or service. You have to be very clear about your market. What problem are you solving? Who's your core customer? Who's actually buying the product? Who's paying for it? What's the business model behind it? And what's your growth scenario? It's like any sales process. If you go out there and you want to sell a product, you've got 5 minutes. And it's basically the same that you have to sell your company in 5 minutes too.